$13 million basketball card, Japan Post suspends shipments, and the Gorillaz comes to Fortnite?
Welcome to episode 5 of the CM Pop Show. I'm one of your hosts, Malik, Baher, and who else is with me?
Hey, this is Clint. Happy day, Internet.
All right. CM Pop Show, this is a show where we just talk about collectibles, video games, hobbies, and anything else that catches our interest. Thank you for joining us. We have a few things to talk about today. The O'Leary Group purchasing a $13 million basketball card. The Gorillaz coming to Fortnite, and Japan Post canceling their Japan Post suspending shipments to the United States. So with that, let's just tell me about this $13 million.
Should we just dive into what Mr. Wonderful's up to?
Yeah, that's Kevin O'Leary.
That's Kevin O'Leary. Yeah. So for everyone who if you're who's Kevin O'Leary? That's the bald guy from Shark Tank. Calls himself Mr. Wonderful. I don't know why he's so wonderful, but he is all over the internet, and the man loves watches, and now he loves spending a lot of money on sports cards. So there was a record-breaking sale for a basketball card. I think it's the highest-selling sports card. Mm-hmm. I think it overpassed a 1952 Topps Mickey Mantle, which I maybe sold for 12-ish million at Heritage. So this sold for, I think, just under $13 million. And it is the Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant logo man. Mm-hmm. So it's like the NBA logo cut from their jerseys. And then they both signed the card. And I think the card's from 2007. So Kobe was alive when he signed this. Mm-hmm. Sold for just under $13 million. And it was a Heritage auction sale. Mm-hmm. It was... Do you know how they were an anonymous buyer? You know how they kind of broke the news?
How?
Kevin O'Leary, they talked about it on the Squawk Box on CNBC, and then Kevin O'Leary called up the Squawk Box and was like, "It was me." And then, so the host, I like watching that show, he's like, the sports card we just, talked about, well, Kevin O'Leary just called us and said, "Hey, it was me." And so he got on and he talked about the group that, I forget what he calls it, some consortium or whatever, but it's basically three guys. Mm-hmm. So it's Kevin O'Leary, another guy, and then this guy, Matt Allen, all kind of pitched in and bought the cards. And Matt Allen also goes by Shine 150. Mm-hmm. Does Shine 150 ring a bell to you?
I've never heard that name before this story.
I didn't even connect the dots until Kevin O'Leary kept calling him Shine on CNBC. And I was like, Shine, Matt, well, who's this guy? Mm-hmm. And I guess he's a big collectibles nut. Mm-hmm. He's very high-value collectibles. Notably, he's the guy who kind of looks like Pitbull that was the middleman that sold Logan Paul the sealed Pokemon base set case that ended up being full of G.I. Joe cards. That's who Shine 150 is.
Okay.
Interestingly, though, now, everything was kosher afterwards. I think he gave Logan Paul his money back and all that. So it's not a kind of knock, and not saying he's a scam artist or anything like that. Mm-hmm. Rattle Pokemon did an interesting kind of expose on Shine 150 about a year ago on maybe some of the stuff he's done, his character stuff. But he's evidently legit enough to make a deal with Kevin O'Leary to get in on this crazy card.
Okay. So I got the card pulled up here.
Yeah.
So I saw some comments that first off, a lot of people are calling it a money laundering operation. I don't think they know what money laundering is. And truth is, I don't know if I know what money laundering is. So is this a money laundering operation?
Probably not. If you want my opinion, and this is Clint's opinion only, is I think it's honestly three guys with too much money who got a little excited and paid $13 million for a MJ Kobe card. Now, listen, Kevin O'Leary's more successful than I'll ever be. Or he at least has more money than I'll ever have, right? But he doesn't necessarily make when it's out in the he got burned by FTX during the whole crypto thing.
Mm-hmm.
He was a pretty big investor in FTX and backed Sam Bankman-Fried and everything.
Oh yeah.
And that kind of blew up in his face. And now he's got probably tens of millions of dollars in watches.
Mm-hmm.
So he likes the alternative asset class.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly what he called, the investment in this card is he's like, hey, sports cards are like the next thing. It's like a watch or it's like a piece of art.
Yeah.
And he's probably not wrong, but
The phrase he kept using was "piece unique," is what he likes to call it.
it's a unique piece. It's a one of one.
It's a weird way to say that, though. "Piece unique." Is he the only person who refers to it like that?
Probably.
I've never heard the phrase "piece unique" before.
People who, yeah, I haven't either. I mean, but it's people who like him, very successful, who refer to it like they do art, or like they do fancy watches. It just seems like, is this gonna? If they try to sell this in 10 years, is it gonna sell for $23 million? Probably not. I think everybody's just really excited because there's a crazy collectibles boom right now.
Yeah, but okay, we got to think about how old is Michael Jordan right now. Off the top of your head, do you know?
Is he like 60 now?
He's got to be.
Let me math this. I think his rookie year was 1984.
Okay.
And he did, back then they did 3 to 4 years in college, I think. So maybe he was 21, so 1984, 1964. I would guess he's 61 years old is my guess.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know?
I don't know, so I'll let you look it up. People are speculating, or some people, not everybody, I don't know. I mean, maybe just one comment on Reddit speculated that they're waiting for Michael Jordan to, kick the bucket for that card value to shoot up.
Michael Jordan is 62 years old.
Yeah, so he's got a lot of years left.
He's got a lot of years. He smokes cigars every day, but he's still Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't gonna. You're not gonna take him down.
Yeah.
And what is? It's a PSA 6, right?
It's a PSA 6, but it's the only one of its kind.
Yeah, it's the one of one.
So that doesn't PSA. The grading doesn't actually matter. It's just a way to authenticate it.
I just wonder how long is this going to be the highest selling sports card?
Yeah.
Because I don't know how familiar you are. There's this like attorney named Marshall Fogel, and he's this old dude, and he's got like the most pristine, most desired 52 Mickey Mantle card ever. It's like a 9.8 Mickey Mantle or PSA 10 Mickey Mantle. And
is that the one that sold for 12.6?
I don't think he's sold his. I think it was another one that sold for that 12.6. I think. I'm not 100% sure. But he's still got some to where, like, if he sells his mantle, I mean, that thing could go for $20 million. If this goes for 13. But it's so... Again, it's just like what the market is. Like we talked about an episode or two ago on the Amazing Fantasy 15 first appearance of Spider-Man.
Yeah,
it like fell 60% in value. I mean, who knows what could happen?
Yeah.
Malik, is there a card on this planet that you would pay $13 million for?
If I had that kind of money lying around, yes. Well, okay. If I was kept making Kevin O'Leary money, I gotta say there's probably some Pokemon cards out there, particularly like a Pikachu card or something that I would absolutely pay.
13 mil.
13 mil. If that was the rate for it.
That was the going rate. What is the highest selling Pokemon card? Is it what is it the first like crazy selling one was the Trophy Genghis-Khan, right?
It's a good question. Oh, that Pokemon Illustrator.
Oh, Pokemon Illustrators probably overtook it. And that's $1 million card.
Yeah.
So
I'd pay 13 mil for that.
But you know what's crazy is as huge as Pokemon is, no card has sniffed the sports card market.
Yeah.
And as a sports card market, it probably is pulling more. Is it pulling more money than Pokemon?
Is the sports industry more valuable than Pokemon? Pokemon's is the most valuable media franchise in the world. So is the sports industry, does it generate more revenue than that?
I would think so.
Yeah.
Like, I heard this thing once where the NFL, they're like, our competitors aren't the NBA and the MLB. Our competitors are like Apple
And the YouTube
and
and
Netflix and YouTube. Like, the NFL is like, other sports, they're not touching us.
Yeah.
You know? So I don't know how much money the NFL would bring it. That would be an interesting thing to look up, is like, what's more valuable, Pokemon or the NFL?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Pokemon's worldwide, and the NFL's mostly just America.
Yeah. How valuable is the NFL? We're gonna skip the
$7 billion.
According to Wikipedia,
The Cowboys are just 10.1 billion.
Yeah. So okay, the Cowboys are 10.1 billion. How valuable is Pokemon?
Is Pokemon as valuable as the Dallas Cowboys?
Okay,
they are.
Okay, yeah, good. Whew. These Cowboys are not very good.
R.I.P. Micah Parsons.
Yeah, he got traded to Green Bay, right?
Yeah. Wait, but if clearly the Cowboys are the most valuable team, but if say every team was, say every team was at least $5 billion. So it's 32 teams. So on average, what is 5 times 32? Here, let's see. Is there a calculator? We're going down rabbit holes, folks.
See if I can do it in my head before he does.
5 times 32.
That would be 150. Okay, got it.
So if every team was worth 5 on average, if the average value is $5 billion, they'd be worth $160 billion.
Okay.
And that was greater than the Pokemon?
Yeah, like
113?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the NFL could most likely be. But this is a basketball card, and the NBA is not as valuable as Pokemon.
Yeah, so back to that card. Okay.
And it doesn't have LeBron. How crazy is it that a card that sells for $13 million excludes LeBron James?
Yeah.
I think it's kind of cool.
But somebody mentioned that Jordan doesn't sign a lot of autographs.
No, yeah. And Kobe can't.
Kobe can't. He's gone. So yeah, I mean, what do you think? What do you think of the design of the card?
It's fine.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that. I mean, I don't think it looks that cool, to be honest.
When I first saw it, I was like, "Oh, hey, that looks really nice. That looks really cool." And then, some people pointed out it doesn't even have the team's logos on there. It just says Lakers and Bulls in an Arial font.
I wonder if this was back in the heyday where they probably had the rights. I know these days, like, sometimes you can't put the team logos on it because some companies don't own the rights to, like, the sports franchises. Like, sports franchises will make deals directly with Fanatics or Topps or Upper Deck, and other ones can make the cards, but they can't mention or show the logos. That being said, I was wondering, is that why there's not a Bulls logo or a Lakers logo? But it may not be.
Maybe.
Now, the Jordan Jumpman, logo man, he's Jumpman. The logo, I wonder what jersey that's from. I'd like to just see what jersey it's from, because that's a unique.
Yeah.
Does it say in the article?
I saw it somewhere when I was reading about it.
He's looking it up, folks. Kevin O'Leary. And, you know, it's funny. He says he's the numbers guy. I'm the numbers guy. Shine and the other dude, they're just hardcore collectors. He goes, I was trying to make the numbers work in my head. And I guess he made it work.
And Larry said he was building an index. Was one of his comments.
Right.
For justifying the purchase. He's building an index of these piece uniques. And, yeah.
He's so interesting.
It is interesting. It's an investment for him. And, you know, some investments work out and some don't.
Yeah.
So, what do you think this means for sports cards? Does it change the industry at all? Is it just another story?
You know, I don't know. I don't know if it pushes other cards up that are like these. Because some sales are so crazy that people are like, what? like, and then it's just seen as a huge overpayment.
Mm-hmm.
And then some sales happen, and it pushes the market up to where if there's a LeBron Jordan logo man, then maybe that's a $15 million card because Kobe and Jordan's was $13 million or whatever it is. Or it could just kind of be a good example of the bubble that collectibles are in right now. So I don't know. When you mentioned that Kevin O'Leary bought it as an investment, he even said, he goes, I'll probably hold it once, but it's going in a vault. That's kind of a bummer.
Yeah. But what do you do with little cards? I mean, do you display them like art in your home? I would. Put on a nice little easel, have it on a shelf next to some memorabilia.
So you pay $13 million for a card, you're going to put it on a little, what are those plastic easels from Amazon?
One of the wood ones.
Oh, the wood one.
From the dice.
Brother, you believe if I'm displaying that, it's going to have some backlighting. It's going to be in a shadow box or something. Ain't going to be on no easel. Yeah, I mean, leave a comment below. What do y'all think of this sale? Do you care? Do you not care? It's really taken the world by storm, the sports cards world by storm. A lot of commentary from Sports Card Dad and reserved investments and everything. So I don't know, man. We'll see what happens.
So moving on, let's talk about the. Let's briefly talk about the most expensive Secret Lair cards for August 2025.
Wait, what is it? Secret Lair alert!
10 most valuable MTG Secret Lair cards.
That one's dope, and I've never seen that.
Did you have a chance to look at any of these cards?
I did. And the first thing that popped out to me was number 10 because, it says Field of the Dead, and the card says Cabin of the Dead. And I was like, well, that's a very strange thing that is different. And then I scrolled a little further, and I saw Ash from the Evil Dead, and I said, this is an Evil Dead card. There's an Evil Dead Secret Lair that I forgot about.
I've never seen Evil Dead.
Sir.
It's on my list.
You've never seen Evil Dead or Evil Dead 2 or Army of Darkness?
No. It was streaming for a little while, but then when I was finally ready to watch it, it was off streaming. So
let me tell you something. Whenever I finally get my 4K system, you're coming over to watch The Evil Dead.
All right, movie night. Spooky movie night.
So what caught your eye from these? Should we go down the list? Is there anything like specific you were like, ooh, this is interesting?
The Field of the Dead I thought was nice. But, I don't really know a lot of these cards.
So the 14th Doctor is interesting. Because I haven't seen it. I thought there were just 13. But I know nothing about Doctor Who. I just know that my brother plays with the Doctor Who Commander decks, and I haven't seen a 14th Doctor. So I was like, oh, I don't know, is this a special one? But for $100 for the 14th Doctor, man, that's pretty crazy.
So its effect, it lets you discard a certain number of cards on your deck, and then you can basically, if any of those are a Doctor, you can basically imitate their abilities, if I understand correctly. It says right here in the article, the 14th Doctor can enter as any copy of a Doctor card in your graveyard that was put there from your library this turn.
Oh, that's interesting.
So what would that mean? You play more Commander than I do. What does that mean for Commander?
So, yeah, when you cast a spell, you can reveal them, put the Doctor cards, and then you can have him be a copy of a Doctor card. So say that there's a useful Doctor card that you've discarded from the top 14 or that you revealed, you can bring it from the graveyard. That's interesting. Yeah, you bring it from the graveyard. What does it say? As a copy, enter the battlefield. That was put there from your library this turn. And it gains haste, so then it can attack or do whatever it needs to do right when it comes out too. So it seems pretty good. That is also David Tennant, I believe.
Is that David Tennant? Oh, that is.
That's a David Tennant Doctor.
That's why it's so valuable.
Everybody likes David Tennant.
Yeah, I've never watched Doctor Who, but if I did, he'd probably be my favorite Doctor. I liked him a lot in Jessica Jones. So
That's the only thing I know him from. Jessica Jones.
he was also in Good Omens, but I don't know if we should talk about that because the whole Gaiman situation.
Yeah. We'll just fly right past that one.
Yeah, anyway, moving on.
Tiamat?
Tiamat. Yeah, I was gonna say that one too. Okay, so I thought that was cool. Why does Here Be Dragons sound so familiar to me?
I don't know. This came out of the Adventures of the Forgotten Realm set. Now, this Secret Lair may have... The art tells me that this came from whenever they were doing the Baldur's Gate set and then the Adventures of the Forgotten Realm Dungeons and Dragons set. Mm-hmm. That's also where Tiamat comes from. My dad loves Tiamat. He goes, I'm going to get my big dragon out and I'm going to wreck everybody. So he loves Tiamat. Mm-hmm. And I'm not sure what Here Be Dragons is necessarily. Oh, it comes with 7 limited edition traditional foil cards featuring classic D&D dragon-themed cards. Interesting. So this must have just come out whenever D&D was coming out. Okay. And Tiamat was just a dope dragon, which we will see another dragon from the D&D set later on in this list.
That's right. Okay, so the Chrome Mox I thought was pretty cool too, just because it uses the old school border. I think that's why a lot of people like it.
Yeah.
The 30th anniversary countdown kit. Wasn't the 30th anniversary Magic Gathering kit like
that wasn't received so well?
Yeah.
That was the thing where they had reprinted like all the original cards, but don't worry, they weren't tournament legal, so it didn't infringe upon the reserved list. But they basically reprinted all the crazy awesome cards from Magic, like the Power 9, but you got 4 packs when you bought it, right? And those 4 packs were $1,000. And everybody was like, $1,000 for 4 packs of cards? I pay $1,000 for Final Fantasy. I get 24 packs. 4. There you go.
Yeah.
And there's Chrome Mox. Chrome Mox is actually pretty dope. So whenever it enters the battlefield, and at no cost, mind you, you can exile a non-artifact, non-land card from your hand. So maybe you would exile like a legendary creature that has multiple colors, and then you can add 1 mana of that exiled card's colors. So let's say you had Tiamat in your hand, and you played Chrome Mox. That Chrome Mox can create any of those colors because Tiamat costs all 5 colors.
All right, and then we got Old Gnawbone.
Old Gnawbone, baby.
Another from Beetle and Grimm's.
Another one. And Old Gnawbone, the first... I was a late adopter of Magic. By late, I mean 28 or 29 years late. And the first box I ever bought was the D&D box, and I pulled 2 Old Gnawbones, and I was like, whoa, like Old Gnawbone's pretty dope.
Yeah.
So it makes sense to me because this is still a $50, $60 card that comes out of the packs. It makes sense to me why it's a $100 card coming out of a Secret Lair.
Okay. You're a late adopter to Magic. I'm still not sure I fully adopted Magic, but maybe we'll get there.
We'll get there one day. Maybe the 40th anniversary.
Yeah. Dark Ritual.
Ooh, this is a Dark Ritual. I love Dark Ritual. It helps you immensely because it costs 1 black mana, but then it's an instant card, and you can add 3 black mana. So say you need 3, and you got 1. Well, you can play and get 3.
Oh, okay.
But this, I've never seen this before. The art of Frank Frazetta. So there's a Frank Frazetta Secret Lair.
Okay.
That must be why it looks so dope. Do you know who Frank Frazetta is?
No.
He's like a really legendary comic book artist. I believe he worked on Punisher. He worked on Daredevil. Let's find out. I could be full of it. He's the godfather of fantasy art. I believe he's done some Batman stuff. What's he best known for? He Legacy. Okay, well, I can't find it off the top of my head or off the top of my Googling skills. Maybe he did some Conan stuff. The name sounds familiar, and I feel like he's got pretty famous art. Interesting. Anyway, it's a dope secret lair.
Mm-hmm. Soul Ring through the wormhole galaxy foil.
Who doesn't love a good Soul Ring? That's the ultimate commander card. You can, you get that turn 1, you're about to smoke, folks. Now, what's through the wormhole?
Some space themed.
Interesting. Space.
With the Raining Cats and Dogs secret lair. Oh, not something different. Yeah, I don't know what through the wormhole is.
Interesting. $142 for a Soul Ring? Man, you just get one of those with a commander deck. It looks cool.
I like that Hatsune Miku.
Who's that?
Hatsune Miku.
Oh. What does she do?
That's it's a Japanese like music video game rhythm series.
Oh, okay.
Max Opal. This is another one with the. Is this another from the?
As number 1, Mox Opal. It looks like it came from the Vegas Festival in a box. I think people were pretty upset about that. That made some controversy because I think versus like people who go to Vegas for that event, they gave it to a lot of like influencers and like former football players who are into Magic and stuff. So they're like, give it to the fans, don't give it to the influencers. But again, Mox Opal, if you have 3 or more artifacts, you're in an artifact deck. You put this thing out at 0 cost, and you can add 1 mana of any color. You just gotta make sure those artifacts are out. I mean, so let's say you got a Mox Opal, and then you're running one of those Doctor Who decks. Say you got a bunch of TARDISes out, or maybe 1 TARDIS because you can only have 1 card per commander deck. Or let's say you're a villain, you got a bunch of those. What's the bad guy things called?
In Doctor Who.
Yeah, Daleks.
Okay.
Get a bunch of those Daleks out. They're all artifacts. You get 3 or more of those out, then you got old Mox Opal there to ramp you up. No wonder it's $223 at current listings.
Okay. So we got a new Yu-Gi-Oh set coming that was announced for September 2025.
What's going on in Yu-Gi-Oh these days, Malik?
Doom of Dimensions. Let me just pull that up here.
While you're pulling that up, the latest thing I saw that come by from Yu-Gi-Oh is the latest Nike Air Max 90 Joey Wheeler Yu-Gi-Oh collab, which looks kind of dope. Outside of that, I don't know what's going on.
I don't know what's going on in the game, like where it really stands anymore. I haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh since 2002, 2003. People seem pretty excited about this. Apparently, the product code is going to be DOOD.
Dude?
Did. And this one's coming, 25 September 2025.
That's like in 2 days at the time of this recording.
No, that's 25 September.
Oh, I think you said September 2025.
No,
I was like, September starts in 2 days.
Yeah, 25, 9, 25.
Oh,
9,
nice.
25, 25.
I like it.
Don't know what country you're from.
Yeah.
Looks good. They haven't released any art from it yet, so I don't really know what's special about this.
Yeah, what are the hype cards in Yu-Gi-Oh these days? They just keep printing Dark Magicians and Blue Eyes White Dragons, or is it all new stuff? I don't know.
So what's going on with this Pokemon Mega Evolution delay?
Yeah, man. So, as if Pokemon didn't have enough like crazy stuff going on, evidently, according to Reddit comments, that's where I saw it. Is I think the Pokemon Company had released like due to challenges with delivery dates and the Mega Evolution is going to be delayed in North America, I believe.
No, it's going to be delayed. Well, it's going to be delayed everywhere. Maybe, I don't know.
Ooh.
It looks like it's affecting the Europe, Middle East, and Africa.
Oh, so America's not affected?
Yeah, but it does affect everybody when it comes to
the fun.
the fun, the standard format. At Play Pokemon events.
Right.
So we have pushed back the date that cards from that set will become legal in the standard format at Play Pokemon events to October 24th for those regions. Okay, so maybe not everybody. So this mostly affects those regions. Doesn't seem to affect North America.
We had other things that are going to affect us.
Yeah, we have some other problems. But a lot of the sentiment around this delay was not good. The outlook was pretty bad. It's just the overall how hot Pokemon is right now. It's just, I think a lot of people are getting burned out and tired with how difficult it is to get cards. So hearing about this news that even if it's not North America, it's still a pretty big region that they can't fulfill orders is a sign of the times.
How much of a delay is it? Like 2 weeks?
Yeah, it's not even that much of a delay. It's, see, I wrote up my notes here. Well, so they anticipate October 10th. It was supposed to go from like late September to now it's October 10th, 2025. If you pre-order it on Pokemon Center, mid-October should be when pre-orders go out. And then pre-release was pushed back to 9/27. Because that's always a couple weeks before release. Yeah.
How do you feel about this? Like, were you... Now, we're not in Europe.
Yeah.
But do you have your eye on any... Like, are you going to get a little packy pack of Mega Evolutions? If you can.
Yeah.
Are you going to try?
Because anytime I go to the store and look on the shelf, I don't see any
right.
sets.
We're back to those days.
Yeah. And it's been like that for months. I mean, I go to the store every week, and I just don't see them. And if I went in the middle of the week, maybe I'd have some luck. But I have a full-time job.
Yeah. We work, dude.
Yeah. And I suppose I could take PTO to buy some Pokemon cards, but that just doesn't seem worth it.
Would you want to take PTO to get in a fist fight over scalpers at Target?
Maybe just to get into a fist fight.
Yeah. So you feel alive again?
Yeah. Just to feel something.
Man, gone are the days. I remember a couple years ago. Remember the 151 Ultra Premium collection? I remember seeing those at Target just on the shelf. You could just grab one if you wanted to.
Yeah.
And now they're like, I don't know, $300 and good luck, and people are going to fight you for it.
Yeah. Do you think we'll ever get back to those days?
I do.
Yeah.
We might be close. Like, I know on Reddit they're saying it ain't cooling off, and they're like, maybe it'll cool off after 30th anniversary. But if people are getting burned out, and the only people having fun are investors, it could be going down.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Well, we'll keep an eye on that. But I do want to talk about, moving on from cards to figures, I want to talk about this sick Spider-Man figure.
I saw this when you sent it.
Man.
So tell us about this Spidey fig.
Okay, so SH Figuarts is making a Spider-Man Gamerverse figure. And let me see if I can pull that up on my screen.
What is SH Figuarts? I haven't even heard of this. I'm learning about it in real time.
Oh, nice. I'm happy to have this then. Okay, let me just find that picture. That'll work. IGN store. Come on.
Woo.
Boom. Okay, so SH Figuarts is a Japanese action figure company.
Okay.
They make these highly posable, very on-model figurines. In fact, let me...
Oh, he's going for one, folks. He's got one of these figures. Ladies and gentlemen, he's got a figure.
They make them in a couple different tiers.
Ooh.
They have some that are a little more expensive and some that are you can find off the shelf at Walmart.
Okay.
And then they make, they've got San Diego Comic-Con exclusives and New York Comic-Con exclusives. And they're very, very popular thing to collect. So you can just
May I?
look at these pictures here.
May I?
Oh, absolutely. That one I got from Walmart. It's not very expensive.
Look at that. It's got so many points to move. What do they call it?
Points of articulation.
Points of articulation. That was the word I was looking for. It's got so many points of articulation. It's like he's a real Goku. Does his hair articulate? Oh, but his head does.
His head does. And
That's pretty cool.
The front piece of his hair comes off. You can. Oh, another thing about SH Figuarts is they come with swappable pieces. So the fists and the face comes off, and you can.
Oh, do different faces.
Different faces.
Oh yeah, I've seen those before.
Yeah, different poses. Like you can see here, he's got different hand gestures. And these are all based off poses from Marvel vs. Capcom 2. This is a Marvel vs. Capcom 2 Spider-Man.
Oh, nice. That's pretty dope.
And it looks like they've kind of changed the way they've sculpted them to make them more posable.
Mm-hmm. He looks like he could go into any Spider-Man pose you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, that one's cool. He just switches hands out.
Mm-hmm. There are a lot of SH Figuarts out there, and some you can find super easily, some not so much. This one, I don't think you're going to be able to find very easily. Oh, excuse me. It comes out March 2026. Pre-orders begin. Actually, I don't know when pre-orders begin. Pre-order period ends in 26 days for the IGN store.
Ooh, you better hurry up.
Yeah. It was showing according to the SH Figuarts website, 9,900 yen, which is about $68.
$68.
Yeah, but there's an eBay listing for it already. $450.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's gonna be in demand.
Yeah, it's gonna be in demand, I think.
And like, they're not making a bunch of these.
Probably not.
What is the audience is clearly the adult collector, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Are there like do people have like dope SH Figuarts like setups?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a whole YouTube rabbit hole you can go down.
Ooh, I might.
Yeah, people showing off their collection. Actually, I do want to show you. I will show on the show one of those collectors, particularly in the Dragon Ball area. So SH Figuarts, we have a Goku figure here. They specialize in mostly Japanese franchises, so they've got a lot of Dragon Ball, a lot of Kamen Rider, and other Sentai.
Yeah, the
series.
Kamen Rider caught my eye.
Yeah, they've got some Godzilla. They've got various anime properties. But this one's gonna be huge. You can find like a whole row of Gokus at Walmart. You go to Walmart, you can just grab a Goku. It won't be like an exclusive or anything.
Right.
But finding a Spider-Man figure anywhere is almost impossible.
Yeah, really?
Yeah. Have you ever just like browsed the toy section and found? You probably don't really pay attention, but there's no Spider-Man action figures out there anymore. I think they just sell very quickly.
I haven't noticed.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I've looked for a Spider-Man, though.
Yeah. If you look for a Spider-Man, a modern figure, it doesn't even have to be like an expensive collector's item, just like
right.
a Jack specific, or I don't know who's making Hasbro. I don't know who's making like the mainstream Marvel toy line.
Like if you're just a kid and you want a Spider-Man action figure.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to find one.
It's hard to find?
Yeah. Wow. Like the Marvel Legends line. They make like every character from the MCU and from different comic lines.
Right.
You can find almost every Marvel character except Spider-Man.
Really?
Yeah. One day I was just craving like a really good Spider-Man figure.
Yeah.
So when I was a kid, I had the Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, that's the one I had.
He was super posable. It's like, I want something like that on my desk.
Yeah.
So I went to all the usual places around here that sell toys.
Right.
Did not find a single one.
Wow. No Tom Holland?
No Tom Holland.
You're stuck with Bucky? All they had was Bucky.
I found SH Figuarts did make a Tom Holland No Way Home Spider-Man. And I found it at Fan Expo in 2019. Wasn't No Way Home, but Homecoming.
Right. Yeah.
I saw that at Fan Expo. It was like $80, and I was like, well, I don't need it right now, so I'll just put it back.
Yeah.
I kind of wish I grabbed it. Oh well.
I think the Spider-Mans I remember having the Tobey Maguire, but I remember having from the cartoon.
Oh, okay.
Where he had kind of like a bigger chest for some reason too.
Yeah, probably couldn't move his elbows.
Yeah.
Just his shoulders.
Yeah, it was the shoulders, so he was slinging things like this. By the way, I just downloaded the Spider-Man game for PS5.
Oh.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
That's true. Oh man, yeah, I played that when it launched in 2018. It's a good game.
That game's 7 years old.
The first one is there's Spider-Man 2018. Then there's Miles Morales
Right.
DLC that came out a couple years later, and Spider-Man 2 was
Fairly recent, right?
Yeah, that one's pretty recent.
Yeah.
I think that one's on. You can download a trial for that one.
Got it.
Yeah.
I might do that. I was trying to find a game I could play around the kid because Death Stranding's not necessarily the most kid friendly, and I was like, "Oh, Spider-Man should be good." It's kind of fun so far.
You know what you can play with the kid?
What?
Fortnite. Like that segue there.
Fortnite.
So, Gorillaz is going to be in Fortnite.
Like monkeys?
Not the monkeys.
Oh.
The virtual band.
Oh.
You may know them as the guys who did Clint Eastwood or Feel Good Inc.
Yeah.
First off, is Gorillaz dad music? Is that dad rock now?
Yes. If you know who is the brainchild of Gorillaz, then you're probably into dad rock.
Most people I've talked to don't know who is the brainchild there. Damon Albarn. I'm a huge Blur fan, as you know, as our audience will learn.
Oh, you will learn.
So every time I see a Gorillaz marketing collaboration with someone, my first thought is Damon Albarn behind this?
Right.
Does he have any involvement in this whatsoever? Because
does he need a new house?
if you follow him, he's not somebody he doesn't use social media. He claims he doesn't use social media. He doesn't seem like somebody who really cares about the whole commercialism aspect of music.
Right.
It's as commercial as it gets.
Yeah. That's what I would think.
And he's not a gamer.
You don't think?
Well, he's made references to video games.
Oh, I like me a good game here and there.
But he's like if my dad were to play video games,
Right. I could get down on some FIFA. They don't even call it FIFA anymore. But.
From Footy Club.
Yeah, Footy Club 25. So, but there's two behind Gorillaz. It's him. He's the musical one, and then there's Jamie Hewitt, who's the art, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So, is it possible that maybe he's more commercially minded on some of this stuff, or is it not?
I think so. Yeah, I mean, he was a comic book artist. Tank Girl.
Yeah. So he's like, get my art into a video game.
Mm-hmm. They just had an exhibition in Europe too, like the House of Kong or something. So they're kind of on a thing here, which maybe there's a new album coming out.
Oh, there is, right?
Mm-hmm.
In like a bunch of different languages?
Yeah, apparently it was recorded in India.
Oh, what do you think? He's George Harrison? Only your granddads understood that joke.
I sure didn't. So you've never played Fortnite before, right?
Never.
First off, it's free.
I was shocked by that.
Mm-hmm. So you can just download on PS5 too.
You don't gotta pay for this?
Yeah. But they get you with the skins. So when I was in college, I got really into Fortnite for about 6 months.
Okay.
I was really into it.
Yeah.
And I even bought like a Monkey King skin.
Okay.
I think I paid $60 for the whole skin. So I ended up paying the price of a full game.
You justified it because you're like, well, games are $60.
Yeah.
This was free. So.
And I put enough hours into it at that point.
Okay.
It's like, okay, it earned my $60.
It wasn't taquitos.
No. And then, I got into it and I dropped it. I lost interest. And there's been a lot of collaborations since then that have just been wild.
Mm-hmm.
Dragon Ball, for example. You think that would get me back in, but the character models for Dragon Ball look ugly, in my opinion. So there's Family Guy and anything. Sabrina Carpenter has a...
Does she really?
Yeah, Sabrina Carpenter has a Fortnite skin.
New album, too.
New album, yep.
Everybody has a Fortnite skin. So that's what they mean when they say Magic the Gathering is becoming Fortnite, is because of all the universes beyond.
Yep.
Wow. You think she's a gamer?
She could be. She's young enough.
Yeah. She kind of looks like Sydney Sweeney in the close-up, though.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. It's like they were like, okay, we're going to make one general model, and we're going to get one of them.
So I guess now you could finally do Sabrina Carpenter versus Gorillaz, if that's always been a fight you've wanted to see. You can have it in Fortnite.
It was a fight I didn't know I wanted.
But this this collaboration might actually be enough to get me to jump back in.
Really?
Yeah, and I don't know why, but something about the character designs of Gorillaz lend themselves well to Fortnite.
Yeah.
Like the Dragon Ball ones did not look very good. So with Fortnite,
What did those look like?
I'll pull those up. So the Fortnite, the characters have to be the models have to look a certain way because one can't have an advantage in terms of hitboxes. So,
Okay.
So like Family Guy, for example, with the Peter Griffin skin, they couldn't go with Peter Griffin himself because he's big.
Right.
So they went with the buff Peter Griffin from that one episode
Oh.
where he made himself beautiful.
Right.
Because that figure fits more with the Fortnite figure.
That's lame.
Yeah. And then Fortnite is made by Epic Games, and they don't really seem to apply the anime look very well.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
I see. It's very Americanized. It looks.
A little bit, yeah. It just didn't look good to me. So that didn't get me back into it. I think there was a Ninja Turtle collaboration.
Oh. Yeah, but they're kind of round with the shells. They can have some slim shells.
And they probably slimmed them down a little bit.
Yeah.
I wonder if I'm just making that up, if that's real.
How much is a Gorillaz skin?
So I didn't see the prices on the official press release here. Just what items you're gonna have, but it'll probably be anywhere between $20 and $60.
Got it. So you're in.
I'm gonna check it out when it drops. I'm gonna check it out, see if it's worth the money. See if I even know how to play the game anymore.
See if it makes you feel good.
Brilliant. When is that dropping?
I don't know.
But it's coming to Fortnite Festival Season 10. I don't know what Fortnite Festival is.
Man, August 26th? That was a few days ago, huh?
Okay, so probably after this, I'll fire up the PS5 and take a look. But you gotta hop on Fortnite, man. We can squad up. We can get in there and kick some ass.
I feel like it's so much. I just feel too overwhelmed by it.
It is a lot.
Like I can't even. I bet there's all sorts of colors.
Yeah.
I bet it moves so fast. I'm gonna be like, "What? I don't know what I'm doing." I don't know if I'm into it.
Yeah.
I might ask my nephew.
All right. Yeah. Ask your nephew.
Yeah, when he's see if he can get old Unk hooks up on Fortnite.
Tell me about the Fortnite, young man. Okay. Moving on. So we've got. So you just bought a PS5 recently.
Just bought a PS5.
And you were talking with your coworker about. He's an Xbox player, right?
He's a big Xbox guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought. Well, frankly, he's got those gamer vibes, and because I was looking for a new TV to pair up with my Xbox or my PlayStation, I was like, "Hey, do you got recommendations?" And he goes, "What are you going to use it for?" And I said, "Well, I want to watch movies and I want PS5." And he's like, "Oh, I'm more of an Xbox gamer," but he gave me some recommendations, and then so I inquired more. I was like, "Well, why do you like Xbox so much?" And he seemed to. There's really three things. Number one is, and this seems very newer generation, is on the Xbox, when you're done with one game, he's like, I could just move to another game. Whereas on PS5, I have to like close out, and it takes a little time for it to transition. He goes, in the Xbox, it transitions immediately. And I said, okay. That is a feature I never even thought about.
Yeah, so Xbox has quick resume. Okay.
Quick resume. The second thing is he's like Game Pass. He's like, all the new releases are on Game Pass. He's like, I don't gotta shell out $70 for Metal Gear Solid, Snake Eater, Delta, whatever. He goes, if the new game, whatever he plays, is on Xbox, he can get it right then and there. And he's like, it's like $20 a month or $17 a month, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Though he's like, hell yeah, it's an advantage.
Yeah. It's hard to argue really against Game Pass as an advantage for the consumer.
Yeah.
Because, it's $20 a month for Game Pass Ultimate or something. And it's a great deal. It's a great deal.
Yeah.
I know, like, there's a game called Starfield that came out for Game Pass. And a lot of people still bought it like the whole game, anyways. Because with Game Pass, you don't own the game. You're
Right.
you're renting them basically.
Yeah.
For as long as it's available. Uh,
It's like Spotify for games.
Yeah. I don't know. I had Game Pass for a little bit, and maybe I'm just not as hardcore anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't really utilize it that well. But I could see why that might be an advantage to a lot of people.
Well, he thought it was quite significant.
Yeah.
But here's the part where he was like, they got Sony on their heels, and he's like, Microsoft bought Activision, and Activision makes Call of Duty games.
Yeah.
And so he's like, they can they're trying to, or maybe they're using that as leverage against Sony, because they're like, well, Sony, if you want Black Ops 27, whatever we're on now, if you want the new Call of Duty game, well, you better make some of your exclusives available to Xbox. Is that happening? Or is that hyperbole?
It's a little hyperbole. I mean, there's a lot of Microsoft exclusives. Well, so there are a lot of Microsoft exclusives coming to other systems. And there's a lot of Sony exclusives coming to PC. Which, of course, Microsoft, Windows, PC. But they're really like on Steam. But both these giants are learning that they can earn. There's more money to earn by not keeping their stuff exclusive on their platform.
Right.
So at the end of the day, just get a PC.
And then that's the best of everything.
Yeah, you get the best of everything. Just get a gaming PC. If you want to fiddle with settings and frame rate and resolution,
right. And you don't have to worry about exclusives, this and that. We did cause I was like, what's a Xbox exclusive game other than like Halo? And I don't know. Maybe he told Forza or I don't know. It's the car.
Forza just came to PS5. So.
Did it?
Yeah, recently.
And I did, and I saw Gears of War did, because when I'm going through the PlayStation store, Gears of War's there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And I thought Gears of War was an Xbox exclusive thing.
It was.
So it seems like even though they own Activision, the roles have reversed a little bit to where Xbox just lets their games go everywhere.
Yeah.
And then his final thing was, Microsoft is just a powerhouse. They're a big company, and I had mentioned I bought my PS5 before the tariffs, and he goes, "You don't got to worry about that with Xbox."
Wait, I thought Xbox did or Microsoft did raise the price of Xbox.
I just looked. Xbox is like $600.
Yeah,
it's more expensive than PS5 after the tariffs.
Yeah. Talking about, yeah, he didn't know what he was talking about.
Man, these kids, man. These kids. So what do you think of his argument? Does any of it have merit outside of Game Pass?
I don't want to get outside of Game Pass. I don't think so. I don't want to get too much into like console war nonsense, but outside of Game Pass, no. Just get a PlayStation 5. Get a Nintendo Switch.
Two.
I
just saw
get a PC.
Some like sales and like Xbox is way behind. Xbox is behind the Switch.
Yeah.
Which one?
Which that shouldn't be your deciding factor when buying a console, but yeah, maybe it is because you want an online community. You want to ensure that when you get online, there's people to play with.
You know, Malik, you ever been to a dead mall?
Yeah, I have, as a matter of fact.
Do you want your gaming experience to feel like that?
No. No. And it has felt like that when you hopped on some games on Nintendo Switch 2, or not on Nintendo Switch, you hop online, there's like nobody there.
Oh, really?
Especially with like Dragon Ball Fighters.
Ugh.
20 minutes just to find a match.
Dead Mall series, Nintendo Online. So anyways, that was the whole spiel. So sounds like Xbox is not overtaking Sony or Nintendo anytime soon.
Nah. But it's Microsoft, and they do have a lot of money they can throw behind it.
Yeah. And they will.
Yeah.
So, we talked about price increases and all that. What's going on with Japan mailing?
Japan Post is suspending shipments to the United States. Japan Post is one of many couriers that operate in Japan and ship imported products to the West. If you buy Japanese games on sites like PlayAsia or Hobby Genki or I assume AmiAmi, you may have gotten an email from one of those companies saying, hey, due to this, we can't fulfill orders or having difficulties there. but it's due to the U.S. termination U.S. termination of the de minimis rule.
I keep seeing that on Reddit. I don't know what it means. I don't speak Latin.
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
De minimis is, I believe, if something is under $100, they have to declare it in customs, and the shipper has to declare it in customs. So a lot of these companies, they don't have a mechanism. These couriers that don't operate in the United States, they operate in their home country. They don't have a mechanism for reporting things to U.S. Customs like that. It's not typically their responsibility to do so.
Because it's so basically anything under that amount, they didn't have to worry about.
I believe so. Under that amount, and I believe like personal letters can still be shipped.
Yeah.
Without de minimis. It deals with goods. Yeah. Primarily. There's a podcast I enjoy called We Got a Podcast. It's a Dragon Ball podcast primarily. But they have one of their guys on the show is a hardcore figure collector.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna pull up their YouTube channel real quick here. Because he made a couple of shorts, and I'm gonna try not to play the whole thing. They're like 3 minutes apiece, so I'll try not to play the whole thing. But
does he have some SH Figuarts?
he has a lot of SH Figuarts. That's what we're gonna see at the same time.
Figuarts. Sorry, I'm saying it wrong.
Figuarts, I think. I might be saying it wrong too. But he does a lot of importing, so he got the email from his importing company that prices may go up, and he went on an angry tariff rant.
Mm-hmm.
So let's watch that first.
$80 per figure, no matter what it is, no matter how big, no matter how small, no matter how cheap, how expensive, we'll have an $80 charge on top of the price you paid for the item. Meaning figures that I used to buy on the dime, like when I used to buy these Crane price figures for $10 each, are now going to cost you, hey, $10 plus 80, $90 for this cell, $90 for this Piccolo hat, $90 for this Majin Buu hat, $80, $160, $240 right here alone for these 3 little tiny acrylic stands. The best deals for SH Figuarts were from Japan, getting them imported there because they sell them for so cheap. Now, if I'm getting charged $80 per item coming to me, that is not going to be worth it at all.
So it's important to point out that this is a sort of a passionate reaction, that in the heat of the moment reaction.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he got a little bit of information wrong, and he had to put out a correction video saying, "Hey, look, I know that some of it is wrong. Okay, let's go play the next one."
Yeah, he was just
Here's an
reacting.
update on my previous video about the tariffs and how it's going to affect our Japanese figures. I know a lot of you had some questions, so I'll try and answer those too. I didn't expect for that video to blow up like it did. I was worried and angry, and I just wanted to rant, and I thought I would just go out to my regular 2,000 viewers. But now that a lot of people have seen it, the last thing I want to do is spread misinformation. To be fair, most of what I said is still true. It's just one thing, and everyone starts calling me an intentional liar. First of all, where I'm getting my information. I got them from statements and emails that the company themselves, the figure import companies, sent to us. Here's the email I received the morning of making that previous video. This one's from Nin Game, and on there it's
Okay, so as a result, all shipments to the United States may now be subject to flat rate import fees starting at $80.
Is that per item?
That's what he thought. So he thought they would open up the package, count each item, and say, $80 each. I don't think that's the case, though.
And I quote, all shipments to the United States may now be subject to flat rate import fees starting at $80 USD. Immediately I see that, and I'm sure like the rest of you start to freak out. So I look further into it. I look up de minimis exemption and find a statement on the official whitehouse.gov website. So straight from the ugly orange horse's mouth. And under section 3, subsection C, paragraph I, I've always wanted to say something like that. Countries with an effective IEEPA tariff rate of less than 16% are subject to a duty of $80 per item. So naturally I read that $80 per item and think, oh shit, it's gonna charge me $80 per item. I had literally just given Bai the go-ahead to ship my order of 30 tiny Dragon Ball figures, and then I see this the next morning and I freak out. But now that some time has passed and everyone's yelling at me saying, no, it's per package, I took a look again and it looks like in subsection B, right above that, it says, tariff rate shall be assessed on the value of each dutiable postal item, parentheses package. Parentheses package. Why don't you just write it as package instead of item? Whatever. I hope it is package. No one hopes I'm wrong about the per item thing more than me. Trust me. I want.
Yeah.
We're in for it.
There is some light, possibly some light at the end of this tunnel. So at the time of this recording, it's what's today's date? The August 30th, Saturday. Last night, a federal court struck down Trump's tariffs as illegal.
I did see that.
Yes. But they don't go into effect. That doesn't go into effect until October. So he has all of September. The White House has all of September to appeal.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just hope that this all goes away.
Oh, Malik, it's getting a lot more expensive to be a dork and want things from other countries, huh?
It sure is. I think the federal government just wants us all to go back to playing stickball in our lawns.
Yeah. I don't want stickball.
No. Well, excluding minorities and people who are different from us.
I want SH Figuarts.
Mm-hmm. And cool anime merchandise and cardboard.
Yeah, and pens.
Pens. Pens.
And note journals.
Okay, well.
What an awesome note to end the show on, Malik. We're so cheery.
So
we had so much fun today. Let's just end it on.
Well, hopefully we only have to do at least, or at most, 3 more years of this. I don't think I can do 3 more years of this.
I feel like we've done a decade of this. It hasn't even been a year yet. I'm tired, boss.
Well, we're about just out of time today, so yeah, let's just go ahead and again, if you guys are listening to us up to this point, thank you so much. It means a lot to us just to know that you're here with us still. Clint, do you have anything you want to plug?
Do you like vinyl record reviews that only last 30 seconds? Go to Go Clash Collectibles on YouTube. That's where I'm at.
And if you like occasional posts about random subjects such as kittens, fountain pens, or anime, follow me, Goose, at malikbaher.com. Yeah, that's all I got today.
That's all we got.
That's all. Thank you again for joining us today, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks for watching.